Hey yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Not gonna go crazy on the intro today. If you've been here, you know the spiel. If you're new, welcome. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe before you leave. If you enjoy the video here, I'm gonna hop into some lead fog. Generally speaking, I'm just gonna get a little bit more organized right now. It's been a while since I've been in my texting software and my dialer. I've kind of fully shifted gears to just trying to get these contracts dispoed, find a buyer, get some buyers lined up to walk the property. Um, I have been getting some calls and stuff. I just haven't been keeping my text platform organized. And REI Reply, my text platform, has made some updates. So the user interface is definitely different. So I'm having to kind of navigate that a little bit. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that a bit right now. I'm just going to go through these older ones and clean it up like I usually do, and remove the people from my dialer. Um, yada yada. So let me pull up my dialer. Leonard called me right now. He's the gentleman who has a couple of acres that he's wanting to sell for like $1 million down the road. It's not really anything I think is going to be attractive to a buyer. The location that the lot is in is just like there's not a lot of new development going on. It's like very country road, and it's all the way at the end of the country road. Just like a bunch of shrubbery and vegetation, and again, there's just not a lot of new construction going on in the area. Closer to town, there's a lot of townhomes going up, but nothing really as far out as his lots in. But he called me earlier. I'm just gonna take a note. Spoke with seller. Still hasn't sold the lot of land. Still wants to sell that before selling the single family residential home. I just say SFR. Before he wants to sell the single family. Tenant has caught up on rental payments, so there's no immediate rush, is what he said earlier. Um, I'll call him in another like 2 weeks. Call him the 1st of April. He had called me, and this is again, I've said this before, but it kind of speaks to the power of automation and follow up, and just getting in front of people. I had called him twice, no answer on the 10th of March. Texted him right after saying, "Hey, just wanted to follow up on those acres over on Irby. Was your buyer able to close on those for you?" And then here we are 8 days later. He calls me. It's clearly something that he's wanting to sell, but I'd imagine it's something that nobody really wants to buy again. I'm more so focused on the house, and I tell him that when he calls me, like, "Hey, I wanted to buy the house. Not really interested in the land. I'm just waiting for you to sell it since you want to sell that first." But I'd imagine that some time will probably pass, and he'll realize, like, okay, this lot's not going to sell. I might as well just sell the land here. So let me mark as red. Ray had called me. I remember Ray calling me. When was this? This was 2 days ago. I couldn't really understand what he was saying. That's the problem, is a lot of these people are calling me well after I follow up. So, or they're getting texted automatically and I just don't know it. So that's what happened with this guy. I texted him saying, just wanted to be sure you had a number to contact in case you were looking for an offer on the house on the street. But when he called me, if I remember correctly, he was talking about another property. Um, so he's still on automation there. Gosh, I can't remember. I swear I answered it. It said that there was no answer, though. I could have sworn I answered it. Oh, and you know what? It went to my Google Voice number. That's why it was like so it's not. It says no answer because it's not sending it to my sideline number. When was this? Wednesday, the 16th, 2 days ago. Yeah, Wednesday. Missed call. Yeah, it's this gentleman, and I called him right back. He had some land, if I recall correctly. He had some land that he was wanting to sell. Maybe that's what this is just land. But the way he was talking about it, it was like he's like, I have 60 acres in okay, yeah. He was like, I have 60 acres in Louisiana or something like that. And I want to sell 10 of them. I was like, I'm probably not your buyer, man. I just didn't want to waste any time with it. Um, so I don't know. He's gonna continue getting texted. Maybe we revisit the conversation at one point or something. But uh, it was really hard to understand the guy. Sorry if there's a bunch of noise going on. There's a pretty bad fire close to my house, so they got helicopters flying overhead and fire trucks and all that. So I apologize if it's making a ruckus. Maria says, "Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up." Okay. Gonna go ahead and delete her from the cold call. I was getting ready to push her to the dialer. Seems unnecessary at this point. Just go ahead and tag her not interested. Wrong contact. Don't own. Number. This gentleman said, I remember he was being obnoxious. Okay, I'm selling it for 200,000. I didn't reply, and then 2 hours, 3 hours later, he says, "You want?" I remember pulling this up on Zillow and it being like 50,000 estimate or something like that. Let's see what the appraised value is. It appraised last year for 55,000. Um, Again, just kind of being obnoxious. So I will say high asking price. Uh, Not interested. I think that's everybody. Oh no, stop. Let's make sure that was tagged properly. It was. But the problem is these people are replying after my last text gets sent out. So at this point, once that last text gets sent out, they automatically get added to the cold call list. So I'm going to delete the tags no response and the tags cold call, and then I'm going to remove them from this cold call list because clearly they do not want to sell. Hopefully that makes sense. So it's like Maybe there's a way for because I do get a lot of responses to that. It is not for sale. Again, to the last my last message is like, hey, I was at the top. Your address was at the top of my list here. I get that it may not be the best time. Please save my number if anything ever changes. And I get a lot of responses to that. It is not for sale, is what this guy said. But again, the problem is that that last message went out, so he's already in the cold call. So I'm gonna say not interested, remove the cold call tag and the no response tag and delete them from the cold call list, as well as delete this person from the dialer because it is pretty clear to me that it was the right person. Not for sale, never, same thing. Delete no response, delete cold call tag, not interested. Delete from cold call list. Delete from dialer. Marilyn had called me. No answer, huh? I think maybe this is the same thing because I feel like I remember talking to Marilyn too. Called me on 3/14 at 10:23. That would have been what, 4 days ago? Is that Monday? Monday? Oh no, I missed this one. Um, so this is one that's being added to the cold call list anyways. So I'm just gonna leave it in that cold call list and try to get a hold of her when that happens. When I cold call through it. Mark that conversation as read. Natasha says no, not at this time. Not interested. Oh, this person had already gotten back to me. It's a family home and her sister lives there. I think I had already deleted this woman from the dialer. No, I didn't. Let me do that. And she does not have any other property she's interested in selling. I've never owned this property in Houston. Remove my number. This is called unlawful solicitation, and I'm tired of it. All right, wrong number. Delete her from the cold call. Is that what that's called? This person said, okay, add me to your buyers list. I'm a developer builder. I said, okay, is there any specific areas or zip codes or price points that you prefer? And are you just looking for land? And they never got back to me. But I will add them to the list. I'm going to add this to my quote unquote A list, just people who I've personally spoken with to some degree and I know what it is that they're looking for. So I'm going to take note of this person, say, replied to a text campaign, asked to be added to buyer list, and that they are a builder. I can't be honestly too sure if that's the right person. It's an LLC who I was reaching out to, original constructors. Seems to be that the person is who's texting me is with a different company though, so maybe it's not even the same. There's no point in cold calling this person though, so let me remove them from the calling list. I think I have a tag. Yeah, cash buyer. Just tag them cash buyer. Remove them from the cold call list. Francisco says ja ja ja. I do not own that property. Please don't contact me again. Wrong number. These are all the people who never responded to that last message. So I think that's everybody who I was wanting to kind of clean up. And that just goes to show me that I really need to be at least in here once every day for at least a little bit of time to make sure this stuff stays organized. Because a lot of these people I would have reached out to when they told me not to, or uh, may possibly have missed on opportunity. Although I see it coming through, to be honest, I knew that there was no opportunity here because there's an app, a mobile app for REI Reply. So anybody who texts me, I'm seeing the text. Um, so I knew I pretty much have seen all of these texts already on the notification that I got on my phone. So I knew that there was nothing urgent. But still, it's worth getting in here every once in a while. This person said stop. It looks like a lot of texts went out all at the same time too, which is what I don't like. I'm sure my numbers got flagged as spam. And yeah, it happened on Monday. So what I've realized what happened is if I send out texts on Friday and not all of them go out, then they're all going to go out at the same time Monday morning once the window of opportunity opens up. For me, that's 10 a.m. So it looks like so many of these texts went out at 10 a.m. And you're just asking for your number to get flagged as spam if that's happening. I don't know why it does that. All right, let me come over to the unread messages, make sure I didn't miss anything. Doesn't look like I did. So I think we're all good there. Hi, Derek. Please send me the details. Still kind of dispoing this other one here. Hey, Derek says, Daniel, what's going on? Yo, Derek. Addo. Did you get any yeses today? I haven't really been generating leads today, if that's what you're referring to. I have gotten a few people who are willing to walk the property tomorrow in terms of disposition. Here's one that just went on market that is good for us. This is a 2-2, a little less than 1,100 square feet, and that just got listed at 295. I'm gonna pull up the listing and see what that's looking like. It's obviously not a sold property, but gives you a good idea of where the market's heading if people are pricing their properties listings higher. So this is a 2-2, assuming that ours is just a 2-1. I'm just gonna assume that somebody's gonna tear down the extra additions that were not permitted on the back So that would give this person an extra bathroom than us, but about an extra 250 square feet less. So I would say like ours could sell for 15, probably higher than what this one could, which would have ours listed at about 310. Um, gosh, I don't remember the, the details of. Oh, here we go. 4,000. So they have a bigger lot. About their lot's about 50% bigger, so it's quite significant. I would probably drop ours down to like 300 now, and theirs is about 11 years newer. So I think, yeah, I've been sending out ARV at like 290, 295. So I think that that's still pretty accurate based on what this listing is showing me. Redfin estimates 294 for this listing. They listed at 295. This is right on the other side of the 45. So it does cross this major highway here, but it's very, I mean, you could probably throw a rock and hit the property from ours. So I mean, if you want to use it as a comp, you could, but um, probably shouldn't. Let me. Tyler says, yes, that makes sense. Unfortunately, I'm just not going to be able to make it this Saturday. I just have a lot going on right now while I'm trying to sell two of my flips. I'll give him the thumbs up and say, understand. I'll be sure to round back if we're unable to move this one on Saturday. So I know, comma, are there any specific areas, zips, price points, level of rehab that you prefer? Again, I've been asking that because if I can get their buy box, I'm going to take note of it and I'm going to reach out to them directly because that I think is the best way to determine who's legit and who's not. If they're going to tell me, hey, look, I want a 3 bedroom, a 2 bathroom in this zip code. It's got to have this much square feet. It's got to be 1950 or newer. And I have a property that checks off all their boxes and they still are like, on the fence about it. I'll be like, all right, never mind. Like, well, why am I even bringing these deals to you if you're not going to pull the trigger? You wholesale virtually, right? Yes, that is correct, Ado. Is it Ado or Adu? I remember the Ado. Ah. So that's that. I'm gonna come over to the dashboard now, my texting platform, and see who is worth following up with or who I should just. So like this person right here, this guy was like, yeah, we're gonna list it on the market. We have a few more ready to sell. He's an investor. He's not. I'm gonna tag him cash buyer, even if I don't know that he is for sure. I'm gonna tag him as cash buyer, and I'm going to just move on. This guy isn't worth following up with, in my opinion. Yeah, that was the note that I left for myself. Is like to ask about some type of a cash buyer relationship. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and mark this off. I'm not gonna follow up with him. This guy was like, I reached out to him last year, and he was like, "Oh no, this one that you're reaching out to just sold. I will have three more next year. Reach out to me early March." I reached out to him, and he was like, "Yeah, we're gearing up, ready to list it on market. Uh, Let me call you back." And we're playing telephone back and forth a little bit, just missing each other's calls until I realized I was like, it's not even really worth trying to get a hold of this guy if he already has plans on listing it on market. He has 3, 4 properties at a time. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't have a problem that I could solve. So, not to say he wouldn't take a quick cash offer, but based off of the conversation that I've had with the guy, doesn't seem like he would. With this one, this is one where we lost out to a competitor, a higher offer. So I just wanted to make sure I wanted to come into the property on batch leads and see if the title has transferred to the new buyer yet. If not, I'm going to continue following up. She's on an auto follow up. on an auto follow up, so I'll just leave it alone if she's still on title. If she's not on title, I'll remove her from the follow up. Dear, did I never? I guess I never put her into my batch leads. Right, so let me pull her up real quick. Boom. Property added successfully. There she is, still on title. Yeah. So she has 4 properties, 2 in Texas, 1 in California, and 1 in Arizona. So this is somebody who's worth following up with, I think. So I'm gonna leave a note saying seller still on title, may not have closed with other buyer, worth following up with to confirm. I'm going to set a task for myself to check numbers to see if we can maybe go above and beyond our last offer, since that's why she flaked anyways, is she went with a higher offer. So I'll run the numbers on that this weekend. And I don't know if Jared or Raina are in here, but this is Maria. So on Monday, I will say, just to see if Raina can follow up on whenever, sometime next week, to see if that other buyer ended up performing or not. Again, I'd imagine not, because her name's still on title, and it's been probably about 2 months since we first started talking with her. At least a month since she's backed out. Yeah, a little over a month now since she's backed out. So worth following up, in my opinion. Addo. Addo. I like that spelling right there now. Addo. Addo. I'll remember. Be patient with me. What are these people saying on Facebook now? Oh, yeah. Please send me the details. I got to send this guy over. This looks like a realtor. Oops. Investment opportunity. You know what I also see, people? I can't wait until, just like, I'm a systems guy. I can't wait until the systems are developed enough where I see a lot of people like marketing their deals. You know what I mean? Like, I guess nothing's stopping me from doing that within this email, but it's just with what I use, GMass. It's not really like it doesn't make it look pretty. It just allows you to send emails just like you would send any other email. It just allows you to do it on autopilot, and it's supposed to prevent you from landing in people's spam folders when you send off a mass email blast. So that's all that it does. But like I see other wholesalers or other realtors who I'm on their email list, and I'll kind of take a peek at their emails every once in a while, and people have some pretty nice dispo systems like emailing where you can you can click a button and you can submit an offer right then and there, um, in the email. Also, where it like maybe takes you to another website where it's like a list of the properties that they have under contract that they're looking to assign. At the point that we're at right now, I don't really think it's very necessary to pay for software like that, but it gets me excited knowing that that is in our future here. Just having so many where it's like, here, go look at the website; they're all up there. you know, that's what I get excited about. And again, just the systems involved to make it like that much more easy for somebody to submit an offer, because that's what it comes down to. Um, comes down to how easy it is, how easy it is that you're making these cash buyers to make you an offer. And if they can just click a button or just type in a number right there, um, it seems pretty easy to me. Right? Let him know that we have a walkthrough tomorrow. So this one woman I've been going back and forth with, she's really cool too. I really like her. I'm just vibing with her. Um, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm just vibing with her. She's not really saying like, yeah, I'm interested in the deal, I want to buy it, but like, she's just getting back to me and she's responding to me, which I appreciate. Other people like don't even respond. She says, "Hey, Derek, I'm so sorry I didn't see your message." This is right after I texted her the first time, or DM'd her rather. "I know I may miss seeing this deal, but if you'd like to add me to your buyers list, please do." That was on the first deal. And then I replied saying, "Hey, the deal I initially reached out about is still available. Actually, we're waiting for the tenant to move out, so that you can walk the property a little bit more conveniently. But we have this new contract that we're looking to assign. I'll send over both of them ASAP." He says, "That's good news. I will definitely take a look at both of them once you get them to me. If you wouldn't mind sending me a quick message once you send them over." I said, "Of course." And I texted her saying, "Hey, Summer, her name's Summer. Just sent over an email with the new property. Take a look and let me know if there's any interest." "Hi there. I've got a few meetings this morning, but I'll be sure to round back this evening if that's okay." And I said, "Absolutely. I look forward to receiving your feedback." She didn't reply that day, so I replied to her the next day. "Hey, just wanted to follow up one final time before the walkthrough this Saturday morning. Do you have any interest?" And she said, "Hi, Derek. Sorry for the delay. I got wrapped up in other matters. I'm looking at the property now, and I think the unpermitted units in the back will break this one for me. I'm worried it will be a bigger project getting them permitted than fixing the home itself or tearing them out. Please keep me in the loop on other properties that you're selling contracts for, though. If you have trouble getting this one assigned, circle back to me. I can take a second look. Thank you for being so great at following through with buyers." And I read that and I was like, hey, no problem. I appreciate that you appreciate me. It's nice to be noticed. You know what I mean? It's nice to be noticed. She says, "Thanks for being so great at following through with buyers." Said, "Hey, thanks for your feedback and for getting back to me. That makes total sense. Not sure if it makes any difference, but we do have some wiggle room on the asking price. If you think you may be interested at a lower price point. If not, I'll certainly round back. I have one other that I'm looking to assign." And she says, "I'll take a look." Um, She says, I think I'll still pass on the first one. The second one that you sent me looks more on my alley. I see that it's tenant occupied. Does the tenant allow showings? I can make you an offer on that property, but I'm just curious if I'd be able to walk it myself or not." I said, "The tenant's actually in the process of moving out. Supposed to be out in the next 7 to 10 days. Once she's out, I'm hoping to have a lockbox put on to allow buyers to get in there and walk it at their own convenience." I said, "If you'd like to submit an offer sight unseen, I'm willing to agree to an inspection contingency if it makes sense for both of us. That way, you'll have an opportunity to do your due diligence before fully committing to the deal. The numbers are a bit tighter on this one, though, so let me know where you think you would be comfortable at if the inspection checks out." So, what I'm saying right there is essentially contradicting what I've said on this channel before about not giving your buyers a an inspection contingency or an option period in general. An option period is essentially saying, yes, you have the exclusive rights to buy this property, and I'll give you an option period for 10 days. A lot of times they'll put up money for the option period too, essentially buying the exclusive rights for the next 10 days. Hey, I'll give you 500 bucks if you hold the property for me for 10 days. That will allow me 10 days to go in there, walk the property. And why you want to avoid it if you have a smoking deal is because it prevents you from marketing it to other buyers. Again, they have the exclusive right to purchase if you're giving them an option period. Um, well, assuming that you're giving them exclusive rights. That's typically, to my understanding, how an option period works. Um, and that just prevents you from marketing it to other buyers, and nothing is preventing that buyer who has the option of getting in there during the 10 days and saying, hey, I know that you haven't been showing this to other buyers during this 10 days, and I went in there and I inspected the place, and hey, turns out it's in much worse condition than I thought. So I know that, I said that I would be here, and that's what we drafted for the the option. But because it's going to say that in the option period too, I'm giving this buyer the exclusive rights to purchase this property for this amount. The option period 10 days. So at the end of 10 days, they're either going to buy the property or lose out on that money that they put up for the option period. So, again, nothing's preventing her from saying, oh, the condition's way worse than I thought. I'm actually going to need to be at a lower price. So not only have you not marketed it to other buyers, but now this buyer really is in the position of power. Even though you have the contract, they kind of strong armed you into, again, not marketing it to other buyers and committing to them when they can easily just say, oh, that never doesn't work. But in this deal, since the tenant is causing issues and since the numbers are tight, it's not a smoking deal anyways. That's why I proposed it. Hey, if you want to make me an offer sight unseen right now, I can put in an inspection contingency saying that your earnest money won't go quote unquote hard, as, as in it will still be refundable until you get in there and do an inspection. And we can lock it up now, put that into the agreement, and then once you have the opportunity to walk it, let me know whether or not you want to move forward. It won't really matter to us one way or another because I'm not. Nobody can walk the property. So as long as she gets in there like the day that the tenant moves out, or like a day or two after, I'm cool with having somebody kind of in my back pocket like that to say, yeah, if you can get in there the day that she moves out, let me know if you want to move forward or not. That way, if you're not wanting to move forward, you see something that you didn't see in the pictures, I can then start marketing it to other buyers. So she says, that sounds great. If you get the lockbox set up for viewings, let me know and I will definitely come check it out. The inspection contingency also sounds good and is my preferred route since this one looks a little rough. I will run a few more numbers more thoroughly this weekend on the property and we'll get an offer to you on Monday to possibly move forward with a contingency period if we can. Perfect. Talk to you then. I'm going to uh, supposed to make me an offer for on Monday. If you are looking for a bird dog in Houston and surrounding cities, inbox me. Here's what I offer: address of properties, property details, um, loan information, tax delinquent information. Inbox me for my contact information. So it looks like what I like to do is I like to pull up I like to go into their profile and you can see what they have been commenting on or posting about in that same group. So this is the Texas RIA's group. And I see that he commented saying, where can I find a purchase and sale agreement contract for Texas? This is my first deal. That was November 2nd, 2021. And he just posted another deal March 4th, saying that he's looking for builders March 15th. Posted that same deal March 15th, 9 days later, and then saying if you're looking for bird dog. I'll reach out. I'll say, hey, what's going on, Eric? I saw that you posted in the RIA group advertising a bird dog service. I may be interested. How are you looking to structure everything? I just want to make sure that he's not expecting me to pay him before I close a deal on something that he provides. Guys, this is supposed to be a follow-up video. I'm just tripping. Emilio, yo, what's going on? All right, so I got through. I guess I am kind of going through these.
It's right. Yeah, man. Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. We texted back and forth a little bit about the property over on Appleton Street the other day. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to round back with you. It sounded like you were interested in possibly selling that place. Just wanted to learn a little bit more about it if you had a moment.
Yeah, if you're interested in looking at the property, we can make an appointment for that. Otherwise, right now I don't have much time.
Sure.
Yeah, see another guy. This guy just isn't really. It's an LLC. He's not very motivated. I connected with seller. Condition is fair, livable. Things that could be replaced: the siding, interior sheetrock, kitchen, flooring, paint, utility room, detached garage. I mean, he said all this. Hot water heater, washroom, needs central AC, windows. It's a 3-1. Roof is 8 to 10 years old. Foundation on blocks. Asking 210,000, and he's firm. And he had to run to a meeting and provided an email in case I was unable to reach him by phone in the future. I have the MAO being like 180, 185 on this as of like late November. I can't imagine that it's changed too much from then. So I'll give him a call. I'll see what's going on. And if he is adamant about somebody coming to check the property out, I'm going to go ahead and set the appointment for Jared and Raina. I forget what his name is though, because it's under this LLC name. I think I addressed him by the name right in the beginning though.
Hola.
Hey, it's right. Yeah, man.
Ah, what the hell is his name? Gosh.
Hola.
Hey, it's right. Yeah, man.
Right?
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek.
Yeah, God, that's annoying. But whatever. I'm just gonna call. Or not.
Hola.
Hey, it's right.
Please leave your message for 71.
Leave a voicemail. Hey there, this is Derek. I was speaking with you a few months back, if you recall, about a property that I believe you were looking to sell over on Appleton Street. I just wanted to round back, see if you still had any interest in receiving a cash offer for the place. I know when we last spoke, I just caught you at a bad time. I think you were running into a meeting. So it's been a while since we've connected. Again, just wanted to round back, seeing if there was any interest. If there was, this is my direct line. Please feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Derek, and the number here. Amelia, you laughing at me because I don't know the guy's name? Gosh, yeah, it's in the LLC. I remember this guy. It's like I texted him on one number, and then he texted me back from another. Um, so all I have is the LLC name and this recording of me trying to say his name, but not really. Uh, oh well. Dialed, left voicemail. I'm going to drop him into a follow-up campaign. Probably hot. I don't know what that campaign looks like, but I very rarely drop anybody into the hot campaign. But this guy was giving me the rundown on the condition and whatnot. So, uh, story possibly set. Follow up with him in like a week. Well, at least just I'm not going to follow up with him. Actually, I'm going to. Gosh, I want to set a follow up in like 2 weeks to say any response to follow up campaign. And then I'm going to push these over till next week. Monday. That shit happens to me, but on paper since my handwriting is so bad. What are you dropping him into a hot campaign on? My texting platform, REI Reply. So I'll tell you in one moment what that looks like. Let me just reschedule these people for tomorrow, or rather early next week. So it looks like hot. Interested in selling, no appointment made. That's the kind of parameters in which I would drop somebody into this campaign. So it looks like 2 days from now, 2 days after I tag them as hot and they get put into this campaign. Let me make sure that it is hot. Yeah. It says, hi, first name. Thanks for speaking with me about address. Can we talk today so I can get you that cash offer? 5 days later, first name. I know life gets busy. Do you have any free time today to discuss an offer for address? Let me know. I'm flexible. 5 days later, we're active cash buyers in city and we're looking for one more property this month. Are you still considering your options for address? 5 days later, just following up on our conversation. We want to get you an offer. When are you free to talk? So it's just rounding back every so often. Yeah. Yo, says Stefan. So is Aria reply your CRM? Kind of, Emilio. Kinda. I don't have a central CRM, so anybody who any lead that I initially generate through texting on REI Reply, that's where I'm keeping all my notes for that property, for that seller, for that's where I'm keeping all the notes for that, and that's where I'm also setting up my follow up tasks. And then vice versa, if I'm cold calling and I generate a lead through my cold calling dialer, that's where I'm putting all my notes. That's where I'm putting all my follow up tasks. So it's not centralized. I kind of have two different CRMs, rather like three now that I kind of just set one up with Jared uh, and Raina to organize the leads that we're working together in Trello, if you guys are familiar with it. So I'm kind of like in three different areas. What about for your call tools? Exactly. Call tools, same thing, Emilio. If I'm going to cold call you on my call tools dialer and they say, yeah, I'm interested, right there on call tools, I'm going to put my notes and my follow up tasks. So when I go to do my follow ups, I don't know how to set up my call tools to be like that. It's manual. There's nothing to set up. I'm just using the calendar events within call tools to set myself follow-up tasks and assignments for myself, and I'm taking notes in the note section. There's nothing automated about call tools. Nothing automated about call tools. The only automation that I truly have is through my REI Reply, my texting software. So and I would do that. So I'm in call tools right now under the manager dashboard. I think you can do it off the agent dashboard too, but off the manager dashboard, I like to go to reports and then all the way at the bottom, calendar events. And then I unselect where it says filter for current and future calendar events because I have past due ones. So I just like go back a month, go to February 1st all the way through the end of day today and show me all of those people. Then it'll give me a list of everybody who I need to be calling. And then I just start from the top, go down, follow up the people who I've set assignments for myself to follow up with. So a lot of these are just tasks, and that's the beauty of it too. You can set like tasks or you can set callbacks. So like a lot of times I'll set tasks for myself to like run comps or check in on something. What's today? 18. All right, I'm gonna call this woman. Dawn is her name. I first spoke with her at the end of January. Closing on another property, may want to sell this one that I'm calling about. If that happens, I received permission to follow up in a few months to reconnect. I called her a month later, talked with her. The tenant's a hassle, doesn't want to deal with it. Tenant does not take good care of the property, doesn't pay rent on time. She broke the furnace and windows. Sounds like the HOA is getting upset with how she treats the property. The lease is up in December, but the seller has asked that the tenant leave in April. And I received permission to follow up around mid-March to revisit the conversation. So I'm going to give her a call right now. I don't feel like we should close this stuff. It's getting pretty smoky in my head, but I can also be because I'm hungry. I don't want to close all of them, but you can close them. All right. Put the filter by you. Yeah, I'm going to finish up here in a minute. So let me give her a call, see if the tenant sounds like. How come you don't have a podio? I just never set it up. I don't really feel the need to go too crazy until I have so much opportunity that I need something like that. I just haven't really gone through the trouble of setting one up.
Hello, you've reached Dawn Brown. Please leave a message.
Double tap her in a second. Pulling up her property here. Batch leads. That's what happened last time. I double tapped her. I can see it, and she answered, and we talked for about 7 minutes.
Hello, you've reached Dawn Brown. Please leave a message. Looking forward to speak with you. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Please stay safe.
Hey Don, how's it going? This is Derek. I'm not sure if you recall, we've gone back and forth a little bit about your property over on Timber Trace Drive. We last spoke about a month ago, and you had let me know kind of the issues you were putting up with your tenant, and how the homeowners association seemed like they were getting a little upset about how she was treating the property. You let me know that the lease was up in December, but that you were going to try to ask that she leave the property in April. So I just wanted to round back, seeing if you saw any progress in that, and if you had, if you were interested in possibly selling that property there. I'd be interested in making you an offer. I know it sounded like you had another one that you were selling and maybe wanted that one to go through first, but I'd love to reconnect with you and see if we may be a good fit for each other. Again, my name is Derek, and my direct line here is any deals. Always deals, Jarvis. Always deals. Let me go double tap, left voicemail. I'm going to shoot her a text too. Hey, Dawn, period. Just wanted to round back. Let's say this is Derek. We spoke the other week about your place on. Just wanted to round back and see if you've seen. Just wanted to see if you've made any progress with the tenant. Did she agree? Did she agree to move out early? And then I will push this one out like a week. Just want to know, because if she is gonna get out by April, I want to contract this before she's even out. You know, no point in waiting for the tenant to get out. But yeah, any deals, Jarvis? Yeah, I'm working 2 deals right now with a couple subscribers here to the channel, Jared and Raina. And they're getting leads like every day. So kind of working those with them here, and I'm just going through. I'm kind of reorganizing because I have shifted gears to doing the disposition for those 2 deals. So I just wanted to get a little bit more. A little bit more organized. I'm not going to go too crazy on the follow-up, although I intended to on this video. This gentleman really wasn't interested, but he constantly gives me permission to follow up and leads me to believe that maybe there is some potential in the future. So I'm just going to call him one more time. If it seems like it's more of the same, then I'll probably just ditch the lead.
Hello.
Hey, Conrad, how's it going? This is Derek.
All right. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. Thanks for asking. I'm not sure if you recall, but me and you have gone back and forth a little bit about your place over on Allen Street out in Rosenberg.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to round back. I know the last time we talked, it didn't sound like there was much interest in selling that place, but you had let me know that there may be in the near future. So just wanted to round back, seeing if you've given it any more thought.
No, not at this time.
No. Okay. You think that there would be in the near future at all, or am I kind of I just don't want to end up wasting your time and hassling you by continuing to call.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't see it right now. I know we have a. It's currently rented out for a year, so.
Gotcha.
I don't see.
Okay.
I don't have anything for that right now.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time.
All right.
All right. Have a good one. So there you go. There's no point. Not interested. Tenant in place. Motivation. Go ahead and switch him to not interested and delete that follow up. I think I'm gonna call it. What I'm gonna do, just to so that you guys kind of know, keep you updated on the dispo efforts for these deals here. We have a walkthrough scheduled for tomorrow morning at 11. As of right now, I have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people show interest in walking the well, rather 13 people show interest in walking the property, but 8 people who have told me they're gonna be there or at least try to be there. Um, I'm confident in like 3 of them actually being there. If the others show up, great. But one guy says that I'll come with a potential buyer. Just with that, the phrase there leads me to believe that he's a wholesaler and that he probably won't show up with a buyer unless he has like really good buyer relationships where they're willing to take his word for it on the deal before they check it out themselves. I had somebody else who said that he has another appointment at that same exact time in the area, so he was wanting to know how long the appointment was going to last, if you will. Somebody else was like, yeah, somebody else was like they'll try their best to get there. That's somebody else who I'm not really, crazy about. But again, a couple other people were like, yeah, I'll be there. So yeah, that's what's going on with that one. I sent off an email with kind of like the showing information this morning, and I'm just gonna continue to reach out to as many people for the end of the day. I don't really foresee people being like, "Yeah, I'll show up tomorrow morning." That's what I'm finding too is that people there's no real urgency, at least not with the buyers that I'm like connecting with on Facebook and stuff, which is why I know that making those connections with legitimate real buyers is extremely beneficial because they're ready to go, right now. I know that that phrase kind of gets tossed around like, close in 7 days or, quick cash close, but a lot of the times it's a lie. What I'm finding, it's just something that people say. But with the legitimate buyers, I'd imagine I speak with some buyers, and that's kind of their closing remark. Like, no, I'm not interested in this, but please do bring the next one my way. Like, I pay out of pocket, cash on hand, and as long as title is clear, I can close in as little as 7 days. And they'll say it like that too. Like, if title's clear, so they're not just tossing that phrase out there. They seem based off my judgment, pretty serious. But I'm finding that you're not going to find those type of people really through like Facebook DMs and stuff. That's going to come more so from networking and other avenues. So the point of me saying all this is because the people who I've reached out to through Facebook, there's just no sense of urgency. I'll send them the deal on Monday. They won't say anything. I'll follow up with them on Tuesday and they'll be like, "Oh, I missed this one. Sorry. Let me run the numbers." And then they'll run the numbers and then not get me their feedback until Wednesday. And then, not until Thursday do we confirm, "Okay, yeah, yeah, I'll go walk the property on Saturday." So the timeline is definitely not very condensed when reaching out to these people, especially when you just gotta think about it. I'm DMing these people, so unless they're sitting on Facebook all day, they're not going to see it until they pull the app back up. At least that's what it is for me. I don't have these notifications turned on my phone. No, he has not. Okay, thanks. So that's that. I got a few more people. So with those people who were confirmed, and then I got um, two more people that said that they were going to get back to me by the end of today, or at least just before the walkthrough tomorrow morning, to let me know whether or not they planned on being there. And that's how I'm trying my best to offset that sense of urgency. Is I tell them, please let me know if you're going to attend, so that way I can confirm a head count beforehand. So it's not just like left up in the air. Like maybe these people are going to show up, maybe they're not. I just like to know, like how many people have confirmed with me that they're going to be there. Um, and it leads me to believe whether or not somebody's going to actually show up and be interested, right? I'm finding that that's kind of another metric, is that 10 people may say that they're going to be there, but only five of them are going to show up. And of those five, maybe only a couple are truly interested in wanting to make an offer that's favorable, you know? So I'm finding again that it's its own funnel in itself, is disposition. Um, Especially that metric right there, like confirmed people versus how many people actually show up. Of the few walkthroughs that I've done now, it's always about half. Like some people, my first deal, I had four people confirmed, and only one showed up. Second deal, I had, what was the second deal? Oh, the second deal, I didn't have a walkthrough because the buyer bought it sight unseen. He walked it after putting up his earnest money, so it was more so just like a let me check it out, make sure that I'm not buying anything silly. So no, nothing there. The one that we just had with this other property, I think we had four or five buyers confirmed, even to the point where they reached out to Jared, who was kind of like the point of contact there. Since we're partnering on the deal, he was there with his wife Raina, and they were out there being, facilitating, making sure that nobody's speaking with the seller and trying to cut us out of the deal, or also just being respectful of the tenants, space and their belongings. You don't want a buyer walking through there and start moving furniture and stuff to see things. Um, so it's good to, I'm finding, at least have somebody on site, right? If not for that reason alone. But yeah, the last deal, the last showing that we had like four or five people reach out to Jared saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be there. I'll see you at 11." And only I think one person showed up. So it's like super bizarre to me that people will even go to that such great lengths to like wants to confirm their spot. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'll see you there, and then never show up. We had one guy do that. He reached out to Jerry, said, "Yeah, I'll see you at 11 or whenever the time was." And then reach out to him that morning and said, "Hey, I'll be there. I'm on my way in a little bit." And then he never showed up. And then when I went to go round back with him on Facebook, he blocked me. I think if I had to guess, maybe something came up and he was just embarrassed and didn't want to have the conversation. But that was really bizarre to me. Um, really weird. I was even gonna send him this next deal, but now he's just like cut off all lines of communication because he was either embarrassed or he was playing with us from the beginning. But that was super bizarre that he did that. Blocked me on Facebook. I couldn't even message him if I wanted to. Um, but anyways, yeah. So I'm finding that that's kind of a metric and something to be considered. So again, 13 people or 15 people. 15 people have shown some interest in wanting to walk it. 8 people have let me know that they're going to get out there, with 2 other people on the fence and going to let me know by the end of the day. So if I can get that up to 10 interested parties that want to walk it, I'd hope that, at least 5, 6, 7 of them end up showing up. And of those, I think, personally speaking, that that's all that's really necessary in order for them to get out there and see, oh, there's other people who are interested in this. It's not just like, I don't have all the power in making an offer, a lowball offer. I need to beat out the competition if I really want this deal. So I think that even just having a few people out there at the same time, it'll kind of put that in the back of their heads. So I'm hoping that, yeah, 5, 6, 7 of them show up, and hoping that half of, if not more, half of them are interested enough to make an offer. I think any offer that's made, I'm pretty sure we have it at a good enough price where it's going to come in above what we have it contracted for. So it's just a matter of how much money we're gonna make on it. But yeah. So wish me luck. Hit that like button to wish us some luck on the showing tomorrow. I'll be sure to hop in here either on probably Monday to update you guys. Um, I'll be sure to update everybody in the Discord group if you're already in there. If you're not already in there, take a peek at the links in the description. We'd love to have you join. I know I've been mentioning this a lot in recent videos, but I'm really trying to make a habit of bringing some successes and some wins, big or small, to the group. I know that there's benefit in that, right? And just sharing the wins and the losses, sharing the lessons learned, sharing the money earned, all that. Um, it's just motivation, and it really, to me, it helps because I'm the type of person who kind of needs a partner, not because I'm incapable of doing it myself, but for the accountability aspect of it. And that's just me being honest with myself. Um, I've gotten a lot better at it since I was young, but it's very helpful to me to be around like-minded people. So it's not even really that I need a partner. It's just I need to know that other people are going through what I'm going through, and I love to go through it with them together. So me and my old partner, we used to hop on a Zoom video, and we used to hop on the dialer at the same time, and just kind of like watch each other call. Which is again, that's kind of, I know I benefit from that. So hopefully you guys do too, and hopefully it benefits you enough that you want to hop in the Discord group here. We'd love to have you, like I said. So I'm gonna get going right now, eat a little bit of lunch before I head out for the evening. Appreciate you guys for hopping in here. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button before you leave if you haven't already. And again, wish us luck on the showing tomorrow. I think big things are coming our way. So I'll be sure to update you on Monday. Until then, till the next one on Monday, peace. And happy wholesaling, like Stefan says.